Welcome, dear souls, to a profound exploration of one of the most powerful spiritual practices known to humanity, the 40-day silence. This ancient technique, passed down through generations of mystics and sages, holds the key to unlocking the deepest desires of your heart and connecting you with the divine wisdom of the universe. As we begin this journey together, I want you to understand that what we're about to discuss is not just another self-help technique or quick fix. This is a transformative process that has the potential to completely reshape your reality and bring you into alignment with your highest purpose. The practice of 40-day silence is rooted in the understanding that true power lies in stillness. In our modern world, we're constantly bombarded with noise. Not just auditory noise, but the incessant chatter of our minds, the demands of our egos, and the ceaseless stream of information from our devices. This constant noise drowns out the still, small voice of our inner wisdom and disconnects us from the divine guidance that is always available to us. By choosing to be silent for 40 days, we create a sacred space within ourselves where miracles can happen. We allow the universe to speak to us in ways that we've never experienced before. We open ourselves to receiving the blessings and abundance that have always been meant for us, but which we've been too distracted to notice or accept. Now, you might be wondering, why 40 days? This number has deep significance in many spiritual traditions. In Christianity, Jesus spent 40 days fasting in the desert. In Judaism, the Great Flood lasted 40 days and nights. In Islam, Prophet Muhammad received his first revelation after 40 days of meditation in a cave. The number 40 represents a period of purification, transformation, and rebirth. Click subscribe to this channel to get more profound spiritual lessons. When we commit to 40 days of silence, we're aligning ourselves with this powerful spiritual current. We're saying to the universe, I'm ready for a profound change. I'm willing to let go of my old patterns and beliefs. I'm open to receiving the wisdom and blessings that are meant for me. But let's be clear about what we mean by silence. We're not just talking about refraining from speaking, although that is certainly part of it. True silence goes much deeper. It's a state of inner quietude where we cease not only external chatter, but also the internal dialogue that constantly runs in our minds. This inner silence is where the real magic happens. When we quiet our thoughts, we create space for divine inspiration to flow through us. We become receptive to the subtle guidance of the universe. We start to see synchronicities and opportunities that we might have missed before. As you prepare to enter into this 40-day period of silence, it's important to set your intention. What is it that you truly desire? What changes do you want to see in your life? What wisdom are you seeking? Be specific in your intention, but also remain open to receiving blessings that might come in unexpected forms. Remember, the universe often has plans for us that are far greater than anything we could imagine for ourselves. By entering into silence, we're surrendering our limited personal will to the infinite wisdom of the divine. We're saying, I trust that whatever comes to me during this time is exactly what I need for my highest good and greatest growth. Now, you might be thinking, but how can I possibly be silent for 40 days? I have responsibilities, a job, a family. How can I disengage from the world for that long? The beauty of this practice is that it doesn't require you to completely withdraw from your daily life. You can continue with your normal activities, but you do them from a place of inner silence. This means refraining from unnecessary speech. Communicate only when absolutely necessary, and even then, use as few words as possible. Avoid idle chatter, gossip, or any form of speech that doesn't serve an essential purpose. When you do need to speak, do so mindfully and with intention. But the real work happens in the silence of your own mind. Throughout your day, constantly bring your attention back to the present moment. Notice when your mind starts to wander into thoughts about the past or future. Gently bring it back to the here and now. Focus on your breath, on the sensations in your body, on the tasks at hand. This constant return to the present moment is a form of meditation. It's a way of training your mind to be still, to be receptive to the divine wisdom that is always available to us when we're quiet enough to hear it. As you progress through your 40 days of silence, you may find that your perception of time begins to change. Without the constant mental chatter filling your mind, you may find that time seems to slow down. You become more aware of the richness of each moment. You start to notice details in your environment that you've never seen before. This heightened awareness is a sign that you're beginning to tap into a deeper level of consciousness. You're moving beyond the surface level of reality and connecting with the underlying fabric of the universe. During this time, you may also experience a range of emotions. There may be moments of profound peace and bliss, where you feel completely at one with everything around you. But there may also be times of discomfort or anxiety. Old memories or unresolved issues may surface. This is a normal part of the process. The silence is bringing to light aspects of yourself that need healing or integration. When these challenging emotions arise, resist the urge to push them away or distract yourself. Instead, observe them with compassion and curiosity. Ask yourself, what is this emotion trying to teach me? What part of myself is asking for attention and healing? By staying present with these emotions without getting caught up in the stories surrounding them, you allow them to move through you and release. This is a powerful form of emotional healing that can free you from old patterns and limitations. As you move deeper into your period of silence, you may start to experience what mystics have described as the dark night of the soul. This is a time when you feel completely stripped of your old identity and beliefs. It can be disorienting and even frightening, but it's actually a profound opportunity for growth and transformation. In this dark night, you're being emptied of everything that no longer serves you. All your old concepts about who you are and how the world works are being dissolved. This creates space for a new, more authentic version of yourself to emerge. During this time, it's crucial to maintain your trust in the process. Remember that this darkness is not permanent. It's like the darkness before dawn, a necessary phase before the light of a new understanding can emerge. As you navigate through this challenging period, you may find comfort in connecting with nature. Spend time outdoors, observing the rhythms of the natural world. Notice how trees stand silently, yet they grow and flourish. See how rivers flow effortlessly, without striving or struggling. Let nature be your teacher in the art of silent being. You might also find it helpful to engage in gentle physical practices like yoga or Tai Chi. These practices can help you stay grounded in your body while maintaining your inner silence. They also provide a way to release any tension or energy that builds up during your period of stillness. As you approach the midpoint of your 40-day silence, you may start to notice subtle shifts in your perception and experience of life. Colors might seem brighter, sounds clearer. You may find yourself feeling more connected to the people and environment around you, even without verbal communication. This heightened sensitivity is a sign that you're becoming more attuned to the subtle energies of the universe. You're developing what some traditions call the eyes to see and the ears to hear, a deeper, more intuitive way of perceiving reality. With this increased sensitivity, you may start to receive insights or guidance in unexpected ways. Pay attention to your dreams during this time. They may become more vivid or meaningful. You might experience sudden flashes of inspiration or understanding throughout your day. These are all ways that the universe communicates with us when we're quiet enough to listen. Don't try to analyze or interpret these messages too much. Simply receive them with gratitude and trust that their full meaning will become clear in time. As you continue your practice of silence, you may find that your desires begin to shift. Things that once seemed important to you may lose their appeal. New aspirations may arise, ones that are more aligned with your true purpose and the highest good of all. This is a natural part of the process. As you connect more deeply with your inner wisdom and the divine flow of the universe, your desires naturally align with what is truly meant for you. You begin to want what the universe wants for you, rather than what your ego or societal conditioning has told you to want. This alignment of your will with the divine will is one of the most powerful outcomes of the 40-day silence. It puts you in a state of flow where manifestation happens effortlessly. You're no longer pushing against the current of life, but moving in harmony with it. As you enter the final stretch of your 40-day silence, you may find yourself experiencing moments of profound peace and clarity. These moments are glimpses of your true nature, the eternal, unchanging essence that lies beyond all the noise and drama of everyday life. In these moments of clarity, you may receive deep insights about the nature of reality and your place in it. You might experience a sense of oneness with all of creation, a dissolution of the boundaries between self and other. These experiences can be profoundly transformative, reshaping your entire worldview. As you approach the end of your 40 days, you might find yourself wondering, what happens next? How do I integrate this experience into my daily life? This is a crucial question, and one that deserves careful consideration. The end of your 40-day silence doesn't mean a return to business as usual. Rather, it marks the beginning of a new way of being in the world. You've cultivated a deep inner stillness, a connection to the divine wisdom within you. Now, the challenge is to maintain that connection as you re-engage with the world of words and activity. One way to do this is to continue setting aside time each day for silence and stillness. Even if it's just for a few minutes, this daily practice will help you stay anchored in the peace and clarity you've discovered. You might also consider incorporating periods of silence into your regular routine. Perhaps you choose to remain silent for the first hour after waking, or for an hour before bed. Or you might designate one day a week as a silent day. These practices can help you maintain the benefits of your 40-day silence over the long term. As you begin to speak again, do so with intention and awareness. Notice how different it feels to speak after this extended period of silence. You may find that your words carry more weight, more meaning. You might be more selective about what you choose to say, speaking only when you have something truly valuable to contribute. This mindful approach to communication can have a profound impact on your relationships. You may find that people respond to you differently. They may sense the depth and authenticity in your words and be drawn to the peaceful energy you're emanating. But remember, the goal is not to become permanently silent or to withdraw from the world. The purpose of this practice is to cultivate a state of inner silence that persists even amidst the noise and activity of daily life. It's about being in the world but not of it, maintaining your connection to the divine even as you engage fully with life. As you move forward, you may find that your priorities have shifted. Things that once seemed important may no longer hold the same appeal. You might feel called to make changes in your life, in your career, your relationships, or your daily habits. Trust these impulses. They're coming from a place of deep wisdom and alignment with your true purpose. The silence has cleared away the mental clutter and societal conditioning, allowing your authentic self to emerge. You might be wondering, but what about my original desires? The things I wanted to manifest when I began this practice? This is where we encounter one of the profound paradoxes of spiritual growth. Often, as we deepen our connection to the divine, our desires naturally align with what is truly best for us and for the highest good of all. You may find that some of your original desires have manifested effortlessly, almost as if by magic. Others may no longer seem important or relevant, and new desires may have arisen, ones that are more aligned with your true purpose and the needs of the world. This is the true power of the 40-day silence. It's not just about getting what you want. It's about aligning your wants with the divine plan for your life. It's about becoming a clear channel for the creative power of the universe to flow through you. As you reflect on your experience, you might ask yourself, what has this silence taught me about myself, about the nature of reality, about my relationship with the divine? These are profound questions, and the answers may continue to unfold for months or even years to come. One of the most important lessons of this practice is the power of surrender. By choosing to be silent, you've surrendered your need to control, to figure everything out with your mind. You've allowed yourself to be guided by a wisdom greater than your own. This surrender is not weakness. On the contrary, it's the ultimate strength. It's an acknowledgement that you are part of something vast and magnificent, something that has your best interests at heart. When you align yourself with this greater wisdom, you become unstoppable. Another crucial lesson is the importance of being rather than doing. In our action-oriented society, we often equate our worth with our productivity. But this period of silence has shown you the power of simply being present, of allowing life to unfold without constant interference from your ego. This doesn't mean you should never take action, but it does mean that your actions can now come from a place of deep alignment and inspiration, rather than fear or compulsion. You're no longer pushing against the flow of life, but moving in harmony with it. As you move forward, you might encounter people who don't understand your experience. They might question why you've changed, or try to pull you back into old patterns of behavior. This is normal and to be expected. Remember, not everyone will resonate with your new vibration, and that's okay. Your job is not to convince others or to justify your experience. Your job is simply to live from this new place of alignment and truth, allowing your transformed presence to speak for itself. You might find yourself naturally attracting new people and opportunities that are more in alignment with your new state of being. Trust this process. The universe is rearranging your life to support your continued growth and evolution. At the same time, be patient with yourself and others. Integrating such a profound experience takes time. There may be moments when you slip back into old patterns of thinking or behaving. When this happens, don't judge yourself. Simply notice it. Take a deep breath and return to the silence within. As you continue on your path, you might feel called to share your experience with others. Perhaps you feel inspired to teach or to write about what you've learned. If so, trust this impulse. The world needs more people who are connected to their inner wisdom and the divine flow of life. But remember, the most powerful teaching is not through words, but through your presence. As you move through the world in this state of aligned silence, you become a living example of peace, clarity, and purpose. You inspire others simply by being who you are. In the grand tapestry of life, Your 40 days of silence may seem like a small thread, but its impact ripples out far beyond what you can see or imagine. Every moment of presence, every choice made from a place of alignment, contributes to the elevation of consciousness on our planet. You are part of a great awakening, a shift in human consciousness that is unfolding across the globe. Your commitment to silence and inner transformation is not just for your own benefit, but for the benefit of all beings. As we come to the end of our exploration of this powerful practice, I invite you to take a moment to reflect on the journey you've undertaken. Feel the gratitude in your heart for the wisdom you've received, the growth you've experienced, and the new possibilities that have opened up in your life. And remember, this is not the end, but a new beginning. The silence you've cultivated is always within you, a wellspring of peace and wisdom that you can return to at any moment. Let it guide you as you move forward, shaping your life and your world in beautiful and unexpected ways. In the words of the great mystic Rumi, "Silence is the language of God. All else is poor translation. You have learned to speak this divine language. Now, let it speak through you, transforming your life and illuminating the world around you." The journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step, and you have taken that step. You have embarked on a path of profound transformation. Trust in the process, have faith in your inner guidance, and know that the universe is conspiring in your favor. As you move forward from this point, carry the silence with you. Let it be your constant companion, your source of strength and wisdom. In moments of confusion or challenge, return to that inner stillness. It will always guide you true. Remember, the goal is not perfection, but presence. It's not about never speaking again, but about speaking from a place of deep truth and alignment. It's about living in harmony with the divine flow of life, co-creating your reality in partnership with the universe. You might be wondering, how can I maintain this state of inner silence in a world that's constantly demanding my attention and response? This is a valid question, and one that many spiritual seekers grapple with. The key is to understand that true silence is not dependent on external conditions. It's an inner state that you can cultivate and maintain regardless of what's happening around you. Even in the midst of noise and activity, you can remain anchored in that place of inner stillness. One practical way to do this is to create mini moments of silence throughout your day. Perhaps you take a few deep breaths before responding to an email or answering a phone call. Maybe you pause for a moment of stillness before entering a meeting or starting a new task. These brief moments of silence can serve as reset points, bringing you back to your center and allowing you to approach each situation from a place of clarity and presence,